What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. We're at District Union Arena. We're on Legendary because that's how you really should be trying these builds out, I guess. And we're going to try something out and see if it's actually any good. So we're going to use two weapons. We're going to use the Police M4 and we're going to use the M1A. We can use our shield with both of these. We're going to see how we get on. I've not used the M1A in a while. Oh man, I forgot how much it smacks. Oh, where's he come from? Oh, it's the tank. I wonder if we can get one of these down. The yellow one, nice. That's a really good start. That's the hardest thing is done. Now just got to worry about the chungas. See if this gets a pass or not, this build. Lucky enough we killed the red bar that escaped. Can't kill him yet. Got him as well, nice. He's hiding. Doesn't want to play. He's bouncing up, bouncing up. Try and get some of these chungas tagged up. Switch over. I should be able to break with the M1A fairly easy. Oof, that hurt. And hopefully we can take them both down. Certainly killing something in the background there, that was nice. It's got absolutely no time whatsoever. Some really good damage. I think the worst is over. The build's definitely good. I am definitely liking this. We can definitely run District Union. Sniper. Really big damage numbers there from the M1A as well. Right, let's run that intro after we check this piece of gear. Oh, double red. Ah, shame. And yeah, I'll be right back. So while we are traveling over to the base of operations, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up and hit the bell so you are notified when I upload more Division videos. Even better, come on over to Twitch and hit follow because I could be streaming live right now. And if you need a community Discord because you need any help with the Division at all, you'll find a link for that down below in the description. And with all that said, let's get started. So I'm actually going to show you some actual maths and stats for this build as well. I'm going to start including that. The website that we used before is really good, and the people that are developing it are really nice, really proactive. They've been talking to me in the Discord and in YouTube comments, which is huge props, doing big things for the community, and it makes it really easy for people who don't necessarily understand the maths of the games, to kind of change a piece around and check if they're going to actually do more damage or they're not going to do more damage. Obviously playability and things like that always count into it, but they can get the actual theory, you know, and I think that's an absolute win-win. So props to them, and I'm definitely going to be showing it off more in these videos. So for this build, I'm going to go with Technician. Now that might seem strange, but bear with me and I will let you know why. It's basically because I want the linked laser pointer for the M1A, and let's explain my strategy for that a little bit further into the video. Apart from that though, what you definitely want to do is spec into rifle damage and then spec into assault rifle damage as well. My two guns of choice for this, but this is actually up to you a little bit. I like the Police M4, it's a laser, it's got really good distance, but you perhaps could go with a FAMAS if you really wanted to, or any other gun, assault rifle gun that you really do like. Now this is where I'm going to get all my health back. I'm going to run preservation on this on the M4 because killing enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. Headshot kills improve the repair by an additional 10%. It's just really good. No slouching on this for getting your armor back. It means really you don't really need to run too much survivability because you're getting so much back because you're killing enemies all the time. So really good. So damage to target out of cover is kind of the necessity here for this one. A little bit further down on the mods, critical hit chance, reload speed and the extra rounds. So this is a minus reload speed. It sucks but still better. And 5% critical hit chance. Then we're going to go with the classic M1A. You can see I've got some expertise in both of these, but this gives us damage target out to cover in the bottom slot, which is lovely. And then I'm going for flatline, crit chance, and extra rounds, and the linked laser pointer. And the reason I need the linked laser pointer is because I need to be able to pulse the enemies, which I get from the technician, and basically I get the flatline perk that applies. And that's really what I wanted to do, is I kind of want to build my damage up, and when I need some really high bursty damage I can flick to the M1A. If I need to be careful because there's a lot of things around, I want to make sure I'm getting my health back all the time, my armor back all the time, I would switch to the Police M4. Using both weapons is key to this build and how you survive and how you put out a lot of DPS. Alright, so next up we need a Grupo and a Seska. So I've got a Grupo chest piece, but if you've got a Seska chest piece that will work as well. And that gives us 15% critical hit damage, weapon damage, critical hit chance and critical hit damage in the mod slot. I'm running Obliterate, and the reason I'm running Obliterate is it puts out a lot of damage, and you get the weapon damage increase of 1% for 5 seconds, and 5 seconds you can get quite a few shots off with the M1A when you have topped this off with the Police M4. Like I said, allowing you to do some really quick bursty type damage with that other weapon. Really good and really nice. We're going to flick over to my other piece now. So this is my Seska holster, but just be aware the two pieces here, they could be your chest and your mask, chest and gloves, chest and knee pads. So whichever two you've got, Grupo and Seska, that is where you need to check this out. That was rude, he pushed me out my menu. So you can see 10% critical hit chance from the Seska brand set bonus, weapon damage, crit chance and critical hit damage. Really nice. Now what you might be wondering is why I didn't go with perhaps a Fenris piece. Now you would be right in saying that a Fenris piece would fit in really well if I was just using the Police M4, and it actually does a marginally amount of such a tiny amount of extra damage, but that only benefits the Police M4 and I drop a lot of damage then with the M1A. So if you wanted to kind of build this as I built it to be versatile for everything, this is the way you need to build it. Now the damage increase is really minimal from swapping to a Fenris. It's probably just not worth it because I need my loadouts. So a couple of 100Ks worth of damage is definitely not worth it in the long run when I need the damage, and I can then swap to any guns on this build that I want and it be no trouble. So we're going to use the Negotiator's dilemma, and that's why people were dying behind cover, because we tagged them or we could share the damage out and we're killing things, you know, you can't, if they move away, to swap to something else and keep killing and they will die. It's a really great set, super underrated. It's been around forever. It's great. 2 pieces gives us critical hit chance, 3 piece gives us critical hit damage, and 4 piece gives us the hostile negotiations. So critical hits mark enemies for 20 seconds, which is plenty of time, up to 3 marks. So that's 3 enemies we're allowed to mark. When you critically hit a marked enemy, all of the marked enemies take 60% of the damage dealt. Whenever a marked enemy dies, gain 2% critical hit damage, stacking up to 20 times, which is huge. Or until the combat ends. So in the mask, I'm running crit damage and crit damage, double crit damage, and weapon damage. In the gloves, weapon damage, crit damage. In the knees, weapon damage, crit damage. And then in the backpack, weapon damage, crit damage again. But we're taking the backpack because it takes it all the way from 60 up to 100, meaning we're transferring every single bit of that crit damage to every enemy that is marked. And when we flick to that M1A and you're hitting them 2.5 million shots, that is a lot of damage, and reds, purples and yellows die really quickly. And if you need to, you know, crit the chain on a chunga or whatever really quickly because it hurts in legendary, just switch your M1A and just get rid of them really easily. So yeah, definitely good. So let's switch to the stat page and you can have a look at that. So this is exactly 60% for the police M4 with a huge 188% in the critical hit damage, and that's not even including the critical hit damage we're going to get from the Negotiator's Dilemma. 75% headshot damage and 21% health damage. We'll flip over to the M1A. This has a slightly less crit chance because we don't have as many mod slots on this, but we get 205% critical hit damage, which is a lot as well, 80% headshot damage. Okay, so taking a look at the build loadout, and I'll post the link for this down below in the description. You can see here we've got the magazine damage for both guns, the police M4 and the M1A, and if we toddle on the headshot and the critical for both as well, you can see the damage you should expect from both guns. Taking into account though, this doesn't actually give you any damage for the gun talents. So for instance, flatline, you're not going to get any damage showing from that. So if a gun does have a damaged gun talent on, it's actually going to do more. This is just the gun and the mods and everything else that it's taking in, the talents on the gear and things like that. No gun talents for the moment. Here is the build if you want to take a look at it. So pause the video now. We're running the shield, obviously. I think that's pretty much no brainer, especially if you're going to run this in legendary. And we are running the revive hive as well. That's going to be it for the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and help me out. I'm trying to grind to 10k. I really would appreciate it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Come and check me out on Twitch. Maybe check me out on Twitter. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching, agents. Goodbye.